Hello, my name is Matthew Mercer. I am a voice actor and the Dungeon Master for Critical Role here at Geek and Sundry. And today's episode of GM Tips is going to discuss some suggestions I have should you be inspired to homebrew your own RPG content. Now, homebrewing, or creating original game content for a campaign or system, can be very inspiring and fulfilling. Now, whether it be creating your own character class options or new ideas for abilities and equipment, it's an exercise in design and creative writing that can really improve your understanding of the game and aid in customizing your players' experiences. It's also a process fraught with many challenges and easily made mistakes. Here, I hope to discuss a few of these elements to help you take a crack at it, should you be so inclined. First up, custom player content. Now, this generally involves new player options not in the official books. Using D&D as an example, the creation of new feats, new class abilities or archetypes, and entirely new character classes would fall into this category. Now, mind you, homebrew isn't only the realm of the GM either. Designing new spells for your sorcerer is a fun and creative pastime for many players, and originally how some of these damn spells got designed in the first place. Looking at you, Melf and Big B. Which, by the way, is there no greater name for a mage than Melf? It's like you already know about him with just that. Take a guess what sex and race Melf was. Also, can I mention his flair for alliteration? Man, it's all been downhill since. Anyway, before you do anything, perhaps have a decent knowledge of the rules as well. Now, when designing new player features and options, first begin with the idea. What makes it unique and cool against all the existing options? Does it add a missing mechanical element to your games or bring a fun new narrative flavor to it? Write down the messy initial design and function of the new idea. Wow, that was complicated and overwritten, isn't it? That's okay. Now, think about the terminology and how you can condense and simplify it. Use existing rules and similar abilities in the core books as inspiration for verbiage. Try your best to make it as concise and easy to understand as possible. Now, following the design, do some research to make sure it hasn't already been done. Look on the internet, scour some homebrew forums and wikis for existing content that is similar to what you've designed. This will help inform you if you've wandered into already treaded territory. And if you have, that's okay. You now have a great example to learn from and can now either adopt elements of or the entire existing homebrew, or alter your own design to be unique against the discovered predecessor. Just remember, if you borrow or use existing homebrew content, always give credit. Seriously. Next, compare the power level and capability of the new feature to existing official abilities. Our instinct sometimes is to make something cool also be really fucking powerful, and you can use this period to reel it back a bit and try to balance it within the game system. Consider many different scenarios you can see this ability being used in. Consider any possible synergies it may have with other character class abilities, items, or feats that might make it unintentionally strong. Even playtest it yourself, or with a willing friend who is happy to work for pizza or back rubs, in a number of stress test circumstances or scenarios where you feel it could be exploited. Then record your feedback and adjust or tweak the ability to better fit within the existing boundaries of the game system's balance. Now, when designing new character classes, repeat the above steps for each new feature once you've completed the initial design. I know it's a lengthy process, but it's also extremely important to ensure you both learn about the core boundaries of the system's intended balance, and it helps you end up feeling like you've made something wholly unique and fresh. The next step will require some bravery, and while not required, I highly recommend it. Post your design on the internet for feedback. There are some amazing communities that enjoy and focus on homebrew content and aiding in its creation, like Reddit's D&D Homebrew or Unearthed Arcana communities. Many experienced designers with a keen eye for the pitfalls of early homebrew can quickly help you shape up your design. Some of these same people can sometimes be rather blunt and dry with their feedback, but know it comes from a place of honest intent to help. And don't take it even personally, please. We are all in these places of the web to share and learn. Now, when you're feeling confident in your design, go ahead and offer it to your players. Have them take a read, and perhaps one or more may wish to give it a spin in the future. If not, no worries. You have plenty of NPCs who can bring it on down the road. There are also emerging places where you can upload your homebrew content for others to use and enjoy. The aforementioned Reddit communities also enjoy completed homebrew releases, as well as the DMs Guild at dmsguild.com, an official community open store where you can upload your completed D&D content for the community to purchase, rate, and utilize. Even possibly make you a little pocket change. And I would recommend you read the guidelines for such places before uploading to ensure the quality of the materials you present and the legal details are kosher with you. This is also a great resource for researching any existing content that may be similar to your design in earlier stages. Now, if you are a player designing new abilities, items, or spells for your character to utilize, you can go through all these same steps, but you have one big difference. You need to also work with your GM and their approval. They will be a great resource and really the only needed source to use this for your home game through the process. And it's their final approval you need before you can use any of their designs. Let them know early of your intent. I hope these have been helpful for you and any other tips you may have picked up in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the internet.